nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Allen here on the screen. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd and 6. Fields. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're saying right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10. To throw, it's Milton.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Drop 60, drop 60, 60 average, 62.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Here we go, here we go. 19 top, Mustang 19. Let's go.
To throw is Milton.
Sliding out of the pocket.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's Milton.
Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On first down, it's Blue. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 for the 21.
Now Milton.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. 7-7, our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Cowboy 80. Hey, man. 70, Timberwolf.
Here's Milton now to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Ball want to give up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Rolling to his right. He finds Wilson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Allen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
The Cowboys 10-yard line.
Here we go, son.
A toss left side for Hall. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Fields. Now he's got it. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
For the field goal. An 18-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man-covers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He hits Blue. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards, the final tally.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Off play action. Milton.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Kaiser White.
And the Jets are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
So it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field and give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
Fields changing the play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Drop 50, drop 60. Viking 18. Panther 11, Panther 11. Cougar 19. Seven Pirates. Seven Pirates. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They need two. Here's third down. They stay on the ground with Allen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
That's thrown quickly out wide to Leauge. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen?
Fields here, the ball is loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And now the rookie's free. Down the right sideline. And this is going to be brought back for a final return touchdown by the Cowboys. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Third down and 13.
Here we go, son.
Now it's Fields. Well, that's going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a first and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Let's go now.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
19 Lions. Ready.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's caught downfield by Pickens. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Cut 19.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. David Njoku in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead now up to 14. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Jits take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, son. Hey, Cam. 331. Tonight.
A final shot before the break. Fields toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. But despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They go again with Blue. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
60 Eagles.
On 3rd down, they'll run to Sanders. And he will have the first down. They get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
It wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
19, 18, go.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. Oh, look at the juke. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jaden Blue with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now Fields. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Back to throw. Fields eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Fields, such an athletic quarterback, gets him the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a carry for Allen. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Oh, the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long game or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. On the move to his left. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 9 on the scramble there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and just a couple of inches.
Brings up 2nd and inches at the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
331, 331. Hey, 10.
Here's Allen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
You You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jeremy Ruckert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we got themselves so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. But you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, three things can happen, and two of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
18, 19, Charger, 19, Charger, 19, Charger. Check smash, trap 50, Cowboy 80. Ready.
Here's a give, left side, Blue with it. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 117 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Rig, Hawk 70. 19 Lions, Mustang 19. Cup 19.
Milton. They'll roll him out right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Viking 18.
And he's going to use his legs here. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. 19 tight. Panther 11. Warriors 70. 79 Broncos.
Throwing is Milton. Drops it to Blue. Complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
60 Bison. 7 Pirates. Hurt. 70 Rangers.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This is the tight end, the Joker. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Cougar 19, trap 50, trap 50.
They run it on first with Foreman. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Ready? Ready?
Is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the 2-yard line.
19 Lions.
To throw, it's Milton. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll run. This is Blue. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go. It's Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up thinking about it.
And D9 wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the look like the march to the end zone has hit a momentary momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Fields now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line.
That's good for another Jets. First and 10 at the 20.
Shout out to Sadie too for the follow, man. Good looking.
Out of the gun, Fields. That's downfield. He's got Taylor. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Mason Taylor, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets get a bit closer. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
19. Here we go. Set. Hop 70. Hop set. Ready.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Get it. 18.
Pickens going in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jaden Blue with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Cowboys use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
Jets 22. Brandon Aubrey to kick
So
off
after
for
the touchdown,
Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. He'll buy some time right. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From his own end zone, Fields throwing quickly to Wilson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Osa Odigizua with the effort there to earn the sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts.
That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now a handoff to Blue running left side. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter, in the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Able to hit his target lane. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
For the Cowboys field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Bite, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Mozzie Smith, he fought through to record the sack. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. To throw is Fields.
Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Here we go. Good. 319. Angel.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Being chased out left. He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
319.
Fields going to change things up here. They'll run on first down. It's Allen. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
31-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield,
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. Allen has it left side. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
13 more yards. That's another Jet.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Fields. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They snap it to Fields. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. Oh, nice move. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go with blue between the tackles. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. The Cowboys single for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Toss play to the right to Blue. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They'll try to run for it with Blue.
And he will have a Cowboys first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Cowboys, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.